We have worked a little bit with solids, but we are going to go more in depth on the functions of solids and how to make them. The first function we are going to look at is extrude. We have already played around with the extrude tool a little bit. Extrude allows us to make a prism with the sketch profile we have created. Make a new sketch on the bottom plane. Make a center rectangle on the origin that is 50 millimeters by 50 millimeters. Finish the sketch. Press E to pull up the extrude menu. You might see it automatically selects our profile, although sometimes you might have to select the profile. Type in 50 millimeters for the extrusion distance. You will see this creates us a cube. There are other settings that we can mess with in the extrude menu that will allow us to change the shape of our cube. For example, we can change the direction to either be one side, symmetric, where both sides are 50 millimeters, or two sides, where we have a different side that we can choose a different length for. Another thing we can do is select a taper angle. This will select the angle that it's extruded at. So if we select 5, you can see that it tapers outwards, and if we select -5, you can see that it tapers inwards. There are also different operations, such as new body, which just creates new body, cut, which can cut into an existing body, intersect, which will create an intersecting body, as well as new body, which we have already used, and new component, which we will get into later. The next tool we will look at is revolve. Go ahead and delete everything in that original sketch you made. Create a vertical construction line, 25 millimeters. Create a horizontal construction line that is 50 millimeters. You can quick swap between normal lines and construction lines by pressing X, which you can see in the line type menu. Create a center rectangle on this point that is 50 by 50 millimeters. Finish the sketch. From here, we are going to learn a new tool called revolve. Revolve allows you to essentially wrap a profile around a axis. Select the revolve tool in the create menu and select the square we just created. For the axis, select this line. You will see that this angle pops up that defaults to 360. This allows us to select how basically what angle we want our body to revolve to. You will also see that we have similar operations as the extrude menu. The next tool we will be looking at is sweep. Go ahead and delete the revolve and go edit the original sketch we made. Sweep allows us to generate a body along a path with a desired cross-section. On this sketch, we are going to create the path. Go to the Create menu and go to Spline. Click Fit Point Spline. Just create a very basic path, and once that path is done, press Enter. Finish the sketch. Make sure the sketch is visible. We are now going to create a second sketch on the side plane. Create another rectangle that is a center point rectangle on the origin. Make this 25 by 25. Finish the sketch. Go to the Create tab and then go to the Sweep option. Select the profile and then select the path. Sweep basically extends a profile along a desired path. so it allows you to create shapes with the cross-section that you want. There's also different orientations, such as constantly parallel or perpendicular, where it actually follows the path. You'll also see a taper angle function, where we can, sometimes it can't compute, where you can do different tapers, as well as different twist angles. It's not working right now. Delete everything and create a sketch on the bottom plane. We're going to create a 50 millimeters by 50 millimeters center rectangle. Finish the sketch. We're going to use a new construction tool called Offset Plane. Planes are these faces that we see, and we can actually create other planes. Offset Plane allows us to create other planes with a distance from the origin. Select the Offset Plane in the Construction menu, and select the bottom origin face. Type 50 millimeters for the offset. Press OK. We can now see a new Construction menu pop up. Underneath here, we can see the plane that we just selected. On this plane, we can create floating sketches. Create a sketch on this plane. Make a circle at the origin with a diameter of 50 millimeters. Finish sketch. We can now go to the Create tab and use a new tool called Loft. Loft connects two bodies, or two sketch profiles that are on different planes. Select the bottom square and the top circle. Press OK. We can now see that it creates a body that uniformly transitions from a square to a circle. There are also other features that we've already looked into within sketches, like patterns. Patterns are down at the bottom, and mirror. We're not going to go over those in this video, but they act very similar to the tools used within sketches.